Help
All
you
right,
help yourself out, man. Help yourself out.
so we back now. All right, we're gonna go into our random topic, and this one we're gonna keep it a little sports related. We're gonna keep it to the Premier League actually. We're gonna talk about refereeing and VAR. Um, I guess we don't want to talk too much about certain plays, but we
which
can
I
when
think
it
which I
matters.
think stands for video assistant referee for people that don't know. I think that's what it stands for.
Yeah, I
If
get
that's
it.
not it, that's close enough. That's not it, that's close enough.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, initial just thoughts on VAR and
Um
issues.
yeah, I mean, my main thing is I just think they have too much power. For example, when a foul gets called, and I talked about this earlier, but when a foul gets called, or change it, maybe when a foul doesn't get called and the video assistant referee thinks it's a foul, they'll call the referee over, and the referee, I would say 15 times out of 16 times, I don't know the true percentage, would agree with the video assistant referee. So that referee who's been there live in the action and seen the play happen live will agree with the referee that's seen the play happen in slow motion.
Which is
I would
understandable
say
because you
I would
see a
say
lot of stuff
15.
live.
I would say 15 out of 16 times though.
At least
Like,
it's like 95%. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm stretching it because I wanted to say 9 times out of 10 because that's the norm, but it's more than that. It's more than that.
Yeah.
Most
It's
when
higher.
I see the referee go and look at the screen, I'm like, well, that's a foul, bro. That's it. That's it. You might as well stop watching. Like, if it's your team that the foul's against, stop watching, man. It's over. That's it. So, but then just I don't know. And sometimes I feel like they should look at it and they just refuse to look at it. Like in the Chelsea game, even though it was like 20 seconds in, Mane basically threw an elbow at Azpilicueta. And I don't think they even looked at it to think, oh, maybe this should be a red card. I don't even think they looked at it. They were just like, all right, yellow card, we cool with that. Let's roll. So it's like, why pick and choose? Like, you don't even have to stop the game to look at the camera. Why pick and choose? Why not look at everything? And
Yeah.
I guess it's a good thing they don't look at everything because everything will get turned around because they just, yeah. I don't know. What you
Yeah.
think?
So I have my thoughts are a little complicated on this one. So
Hmm.
I feel like this issue is an issue that's in every sport. Everybody in every sport is super pissed off at referees. There were a couple calls this past weekend that I was like, yo, that's not holding, for when I was watching football. So that's clearly not a penalty. What are we doing? And then y'all went and reviewed it, and it's like y'all got a different feed than us. That's my biggest problem with VAR and review and all this stuff is that at home it shouldn't be like I feel like I got a better view of the play than you do on the field or with the replay, slow mo, all that cuts up, and you're moving this, the video and all that. Like, there's no way at home I should feel like we've been cheated.
Yep.
No, because I can see it clear as day in HD, whatever. You got it on the field though, so you should be able to figure it out. So, and the explanations that I get when they put these referees, former referees that they do on these halftime shows or post game shows that bring the guy in so he can talk about what the hell the referee was
What
calling.
happened? Yeah.
It's like you always feel disappointed. You never feel like, oh, all right, you know
Oh,
what?
okay. That
You
makes
know
sense.
what? You
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
what?
you're good.
Wait, explain. No, it's not that. It's always. But I'm more confused. There was a
Yeah.
play, and I don't want to get too much into the City game, but
Hmm.
there was some confusion about why this play was reviewed and another play wasn't reviewed, and the referee's explanation was, well, if you look at the initial contact, that would have been a penalty, but the minute he did this other thing, that's a penalty now. But if both of them are penalties, then it doesn't matter if he just did the first thing, then it should just be a penalty. It shouldn't be, oh, they would have let the first foul go if the second foul didn't happen. What is that? What does that even mean? No, a
Yeah.
foul is a foul no matter where you're at on the pitch. And there's no verbiage that I know of that states that if you foul somebody in the box, it needs to be egregious or it's not a foul. So, but
Yeah,
if there is something like that,
it's an
then I need
unspoken
to,
law.
yeah.
It's an unspoken rule, like for referees. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's there. It's like it's there. But yeah, there was a couple different instances. I think that VAR just completely just messed stuff up. I think it was a Watford game, and this one player for Watford, I think, was just running like into the box, and he had beat one guy. And I think the second guy he had beat too, but he had like held his jersey, but he still had the ball, and the referee blew the whistle and stopped his momentum. And I was like,
Oh my
the
God.
referees literally, I was like, the referees literally just can't get it right
Now let
now.
them
Like
continue. Yes, we talked
they are
about
just
that.
tripping. Yeah, they are just
Yeah,
tripping.
she played
And
the
I was
game.
just like, and I was already upset about the referees last game, so that did not help my situation at all. It didn't help at all. And of course, there's the City incident that Arsenal
We'll get into
felt
that.
like they
Yeah.
should have. Yep, Arsenal felt like they should have got a penalty because Ederson slid to try to get the ball. And if you watch the video or the clip that was going around the internet, Ederson did not get the ball first. It was a
It's
foul.
debatable. It's the now.
It's not debatable. It's only debatable
I
if you're a
sent you a
City
little
fan.
slow motion. I didn't get a response, but whatever. I sent you a little slow
Yeah.
motion. It looked like the dude stepped on Ederson's foot and Ederson kicked the ball out. That's what it looked like on the
But
slow
to
motion.
me in
If
that
you step on
situation
his
though,
foot, then
but
that's
to
not
me
a
in that
penalty already.
situation, if y'all are both going to the ball, it's like whoever's foot is in front
So
is the
you're
one
playing
that beat
possession,
you.
yeah.
It's
So
like it's beating you to the spot. Yeah,
yeah,
if he beat
it's
you to the
possession.
spot,
I
then you have
understand.
to and you have to go through him to get to the ball. Then it's a foul on you
But he
because
didn't go
that's the
through
point.
him.
That's
It
all.
looked like he slid his foot under his foot and got stepped on, and then that's when the foul.
Okay.
If you look at it
All
in
right.
slow
Well.
motion, it looked like dude stepped on his foot. It wasn't like he kicked the dude's foot and then his foot hit the ball. It looked like
Then
Edison's foot went under his foot and then he stepped on his foot. That's what it looked like to
then
me. It looked like the dude was
yeah.
like, I don't have a play. I don't have a shot to make. Because if you look at the play, why would his left foot be there if you're going to make a shot on the ball? If you're going to make a shot, he wasn't trying to make a shot. He was
That's
literally trying
fine
to
though.
get a
That's
shot.
fine
He was
though.
really
That's
just,
fine
I'm
though.
just trying to block the ball.
He doesn't have to be trying to get a shot. He could be trying to protect the ball, and you can't go through him. You know what
Yeah,
I
but he
mean?
didn't. I'm saying he went under his foot. That's what I'm saying. If he would have went through his foot, like they were trying to say, but if you watch the play,
If he clearly went under his foot and didn't make any contact, like it would have been easy to tell that. You know what I mean?
no, it
But
wasn't. If you look at the play, when I watched it multiple times, like, yo, on this angle, his foot got stepped on. His foot was. If you look at it at the angle that I sent you, he literally stepped on his foot. It wasn't Ederson hit his foot. It was Ederson went under his foot and he got stepped on. You got to watch the play.
yeah,
But
questionable.
anyway, either way, it's a foul on Ederson. But my whole point about his foot being under his foot, because obviously you can't trip somebody up anyway. Even if it's an accident, even if his foot is under his foot, it's still technically a penalty because you're tripping up the defender they have the possession. So you can't just trip somebody up to try to get the ball. But there was another play, and this is on the weekend where I forget the game, but the goalie is way out of the box, and then he hits the ball, and the ball goes away. But then he crashes into the defender, and then the defender falls over. So is that or is that not a foul? Is it a foul?
I think
because he got the ball first. But every other game is something different.
I would have to see it. I would have to see it, but I would have to see it for sure. Because say he went diving for the ball and he got the ball, but like his foot came up and hit the player, like the referee might call a foul just because it's such a dangerous play. But if I'm telling you, like that's a discretion thing. I swear. I don't know. I don't know if there's a rule for that. I'll have to research it.
What happened? He slid on it. He slid on the side. So he's on the side.
Uh-huh.
He's on the side. Mm-hmm. He hits the ball.
Okay.
Hits the ball away. But then right after he hits the ball away, obviously the defender's coming. The defender just clips over him. His body, like basically like his chest.
Yeah. I think in those situations, it's all on if he got the ball or not. Because if he got none of the ball and the defender was just running and he tripped him, then yeah, it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a penalty or whatever the foul is. But if he did get the ball first, then most times they'll let it go, especially if it's the
That's what I'm
goalie. The
saying.
goalie gets a lot of slack,
I
bro.
know what
Goalie
I'm
gets a
saying
lot of
because I
slack.
saw a player make a slide tackle earlier on that same day. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
great games this weekend, but there's a lot of questionable plays. They made a slide tackle where he got the ball first, but then he just took the dude out.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
guy's like,
So
no, that's a penalty.
it's
Like, why is that a
it's
penalty?
the
He got the ball first.
it's
I don't
it's the
understand.
it's the danger of the tackle. It's weird. It's hard being a defender in every sport. You notice, like you don't notice because you ain't a defender. I'm a defender. It's hard being a defender in every sport because all the rules are made against you because everybody wants to see scoring. So
Y'all
with
be
that being
fouling.
said, with that being said, you can get the ball all you want if you follow through and make a lot of contact, enough contact that it just looks like it's a dangerous play, they're gonna call a foul on you.
So
Like I've blocked so many shots in basketball and I followed through or the way that they went up for the basket, it looked like there was a lot of contact and I got called for fouls.
yeah,
Like sometimes I just block the ball too hard and they'll call a foul. It's like, bro, I didn't even touch him. I'm nowhere near him, but since I blocked the ball into the crowd, you want to call a foul. Like you just scared. Like I scared you into blowing the whistle, basically.
yeah.
And it happens all the time, and it happens in soccer too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so for me, I just need clarification on what is a foul and what's not a foul because I hear when I watch one game and I see another game, the announcers say,
You're
"Oh, it's they got a whole different view on what's a foul and what's not a foul."
you're not gonna get it, bro.
It's got to be.
You ain't getting clarification.
Because even in the NFL, if you pull the defender down while the ball's in the air, it's
Mhm.
it's a penalty. It's a
Pass
flag.
interference, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. But if y'all just if you're going for the ball and you hit the ball and then you hit the defender after, that's not a flag
You
because
you
got
know
the
what
ball. You know.
you know what one thing that's ridiculous is I want to see statistics on this and how many penalties are given when a player doesn't hit the ground. Because, for example, like Bernardo Silva,
Oh
of course,
yeah.
Bernardo Silva, of course, drew
We're
that
not gonna get
penalty
too much into it. Yeah.
off of Shaka, right? And there was contact. He went over way too easy, and he got the penalty call. So, as far as the contact there, and I want to like switch over to the Harry Kane incident where Duke was clearly just holding him. If Harry Kane would have just fallen like Silva just fell,
Yeah. Yep.
he would have got a foul. He would have got a foul with that much contact. But because like it's just a dramatic thing. It would have went
This
to
is how
VAR
James
probably.
Harden happens. This is how
Yeah.
James Harden happens.
Yeah, and it's annoying. It's annoying because like, who do you get mad at? Do you get mad at the referee or do you get mad at the player?
Because if I'm the player,
both-
I have to do this to get the
Yes,
foul.
you
Then I'm
have
the
to.
player.
You have to because you're getting fouled, and if you don't go down, you're not getting the call. It's
Yep.
as simple as that.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. It happens to Salah all the time. Like you saw it happen to Harry Kane. I did have a little like argument that okay, both of them were using their arms in that situation, so maybe it's kind of like a mutual thing where you just kind of let it go because I'm biased towards defenders. But that was more contact than what happened to Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. Full
Cat decided to
disclosure.
make a special appearance.
Full disclosure. Yeah, he always try to be on the pod. I don't know what's
Always, bro. Always.
Like, stay in your lane. But like full disclosure, I'm the scorer and Dre's
Yep.
the defender. So you're gonna hear
Yep.
if you hear our arguments. I've always been I'm here to get buckets, and Dre's out here to get stop buckets. And
Simple as
that's why
that. Getting
we have our
blocks,
biases towards
shutting people down.
Yeah, offensive defensive play. We have our biases. We can't pretend like we don't have our biases. But
No, that's fair.
fair is fair, and if I don't see no consistency, then I'm gonna be upset about what the hell.
Yeah, that's simple as that. Simple as that. If somebody gets a call for something that happened, we just want the same call on our end. Simple as that.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
I don't have no more on this.
Nah, me either, man. Me either. It's just you just want consistency. That's the key. That's the key. Like I need to know that okay, you're gonna call this a foul. Call it the same way on the other end, and we good. We good. I mean, even if it's doesn't seem right, as long as it's consistent, I can't be mad. But it's not consistent right now. It's not.
We just keep the integrity of the game. Just be consistent. That's all.
Yep.
So let's move forward. We'll go into our next game, and then we'll go to our final break, and then we'll cover the game of the game of the past week and a half or so.
Cool.
Game is my boys versus Arsenal. We talked about a little bit when we talked about the VAR and the fouling. Huge game for us, big time game for us. Early on, my initial notes and thoughts on this is no Foden. He's out because of fitness